guys, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have a cute card I'm going to share with you guys today. This is one of those cards that didn't end up the way I had it in my head, but I still like the way that it turned out. I am not good at watercoloring at all, and so I've been trying to practice a lot and make myself better, and you can see there's a little bit of a watercolor wash back there. I started out using watercolor paper and did not like the way the colors were bleeding together, so I switched to the glossy white paper, and I do like the way that that looks, the way that it turned out better using that. So that's what I'm using here. And so I have two pieces. I used the background, the glossy white, but this is just regular Whisper White for the flowers. On this one, I am going to see if I like it better and use the glossy paper for the flowers as well, just to see, like I said, if I like it better. I'm using the Peaceful Moments stamp set. I'm using the Thank You from the Peaceful Moments. I'm not using any of the dies out of that, just the Thank You sentiment. But I am using the Painted Poppies, and we're going to use a couple of the dies out of that, the dice. But this is a beautiful stamp set. If you don't own it, I highly, highly, highly recommend the stamp set. I'm just trying to move some stuff out of my way. I've been doing a lot of videos today. So I have a strip of basic black that is 3 3/4 by 1 inch that we're going to put across the center there. And this is going to be for me to stamp my leaves on, okay? And then I'm going to use Puddle Pink ink, I'm using Flirty Flamingo ink, and then I'm using Coastal Cabana ink. And then I'm also using the re-inkers. That's how we're going to get the background, so I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm going to grab a piece of grid paper. I still have the Christmas grid paper, don't judge. I want to get it used up. I've only got a couple of sheets left, and I'll have it all used up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start with my glossy paper that I'm going to use for my background. This is the 3 3/4 by 5, and I just brought a block over, and I'm just going to put my re-inkers right on there. So I'm just going to put just a little bit because it's not going to take a lot. And I'm going to put the pinks. That one was Petal Pink. This one is Flirty Flamingo. I don't have enough blocks because, like I said, I've been doing a couple of videos today and my blocks are all tied up right now. So I think I'm going to be okay with this. I hope so. We'll find out. Find out the hard way. I have my aqua painter and I have it full of water, and I always like to put drips of water to get that watered down a little bit, okay? And I move my ink a lot on there, so I hope that they don't bleed together. Okay, so we can't put a lot of water down like you can on watercolor paper, just because this is normal paper and we don't want the fibers to go nuts. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to try to take some of that excess water off. So I'm starting with the Petal Pink, and it's a little bit of a lighter color, and I have a paper towel so I can kind of clean up in between. And then I'm going to go in with the Flirty Flamingo, and you can see that is much darker. And then I think on the original one I ended up doing the Flirty Flamingo, the Coastal Cabana in the center, but it's okay, we'll leave it like this. And then I'm just going to we'll just go back down here with this one. I'm just trying to give it a nice little background color, you know, nothing fancy. Okay, now I don't want to put too much because, like I just said, this is just regular cardstock. Okay, so I'm just going to stop there. I think that is just totally enough, and so I'm just going to dab that up so I don't get that anywhere. Move that out of the way. Now I do have my heat tool, so we can dry this just a little bit so we don't have to wait. So I'm gonna just let this dry really quick. We'll do some other things while we're waiting for this to dry. I'm not going to dry it completely. I just want the process to get started. But see guys, I'm not that good at watercoloring. I know it's not watercolor paper, but I was just going for a nice background. And I'm not calling this a nice background, but I wanted a background. We'll just say that. Okay, I'm just going to put that off to the side and we'll check in on it in a little bit. But let's stamp our flowers and then see I'm going to turn this over. I don't really even need it, but we're going to leave it here just in case we do end up needing it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll stamp the flower. Okay, so I did grab my StazOn. I'm going to try that ink instead of the Memento. And I'm just going to stamp 3 flowers. And I'm going to make sure I space them where I have enough room where I can die cut them out. Okay. Whoops. And I keep just now hitting my finger again. Jeez. Okay, so this is, we're going to take the Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to use this little like grungy stamp, and I'm just going to stamp right over top of that image. And then we're going to take the lighter Petal Pink. I'm just going to wipe this off with my paper towel because I don't have my chamois over here with me right now. And we're just going to do 2 in Petal Pink. Okay, just like that. Close that up. I think I can get rid of that paper towel now. And then we're going to grab our leaf, and I'm going to grab Memento. We're going to lay this off to the side, and then I'm going to, let me see, I think I'll just use this one. I was looking to see if I needed a bigger or a smaller piece of paper, but so I'm just going to ink these leaves up using the Memento Black. And let me see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could probably omit a few of them. You don't need that many. But I am going to do just like I did in the original, just so I can make it the way I did, other than that glimmer paper. Okay, let's move this over and move this over. And I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Okay. I ended up having 2 cutting plates over here. I don't know how that happened. We'll place this down, and this is one of the dies in that bundle. And we're gonna, and then the nice thing about this too is you get 2 of the dies for the leaves, so that makes it very nice. Now I am going to use just some cheap washi tape, just because my dies love to jump once I start running them through, and that really makes me mad when I have it come out and find out that it's not what I wanted. Okay, I'm just going to do that for right now. Okay, so now we have our sentiments. Move that over here. And then we have 2 leaves. I'm just going to take this off and we'll just reposition like so. And the same with this one. I'm going to show you the poppy, and then I will pause while I cut out everything else, so that way you don't have to watch me die cut all of those leaves out. So you just line that up. Gotta make sure your paper's on there straight, or you know what, I'm gonna put some tape on that too, or that will go sliding. I just have a feeling. Okay, so let's just put one there, and I'm gonna put one here. I'll just show you guys, I just wanted to show you how to line that up and make sure everything is on that plate or it won't cut. So there you have your flower, and we have 2 more of our leaves that we need. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. I'll die cut the rest of this out, and I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I have that all cut out. I'm going to bring in my grid paper again, And this time I'm going to use the inks. And this is just going to create just a little bit more of a fun background. So I'm just going to stamp this. I love, love, love this image. Something like that. Now, let me grab my chamois and I'll clean that off. Okay, let me... Okay. Then let's go in with the darker Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to put one there. I think I'll do one down here and another one here. And it doesn't really matter that if you cross over on the other colors. The petal pink doesn't really show up a lot, but I still am going to put it on just because it's one of the flowers, but you can see it. And as you can see, I am just stamping right over top. Not a biggie. Okay, something like that. Okay, that is that. Let me move this out of the way. And I do like the flowers. I'll show you the difference. I do like the flowers on the glossy cardstock versus the Whisper White. I do like that better. Okay, let's start putting the card together. And if I didn't tell you, this card base that I'm using is Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to use some Tombow just to hold that down. Okay, flip it over, and then I'm just going to center it right on the card front. Okay. And that's already dry just from that little bit. I mean, all I did was die cut those out and come straight back. So there is no extra time involved in that drying at all. So then I have my black strip here. You could use Snail, but I'm going to use Tombow. And then I'm just going to put it more to the top. Okay. I'm going to grab the sentiment and we'll get that stamped. We're just going to stamp it right in the center. My memento is about out, is what I was going to say. Okay, so then what I did was I just flipped all my pieces over and grabbed some dimensionals, and I used 2 for the back of each flower. And then I just kind of played with the arrangements, and I knew I wanted my darker one to be in the front. So let's just go ahead and pop these off. Is the quickest way to do this. Whoops. Okay, so this is our darkest one. So I'm just going to start with it kind of like that. And then we'll just kind of move this one kind of like that, I think. Okay. Then I just kind of played with the arrangement of the flowers, and what I did was just with the dimensionals on the back, I just started kind of laying them, and I'm going to put one, I'm going to put 2 actually, right here, like that. And then this one I kind of brought around like so. And I'm just looking at my card for reference, you guys, is what I'm doing. Okay. So let's see, I can't find... Okay, that one doesn't have a glue dot on it. So what I'm going to do, if I can find my snail, here it is. I'm just going to put a little bit of snail. Oh, that should be new. I just opened it. Maybe we'll just put it right there on the back. If I learned how to use snail, it might work. Okay, so then let's just put this one kind of right there. And then for this flower, I'm going to kind of do here. I think maybe I cut one less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, I've got 7. Maybe one's under those dimensionals there. Okay, and then we'll kind of do one. I think I left those two out and placed them later. And then you can kind of lay it on your card and see. I'm not very happy with this one, so I'm gonna move this one, I think, kind of there. And then let's see. Okay, because I'm going to go in and sneak one there and then one there. So that's good. So then what I did was I just flipped that over. And I just had my stylus. And now I can't find it. There it is. So then I just took mini Stampin' dimensionals and put on the back of the leaves. And you really only need one, especially for the ones that you've already got sticking on there. Now you can put one, I think I'm going to put one right here, just because that one's not stuck to a dimensional. And put one here, and I think I'm going to put one towards the end of this one as well. That's it for those, and then we'll just peel these off. That one won't slide. There we go. Okay, and then I just kind of layered it on there like that. Okay, then I took the leaves and put a dimensional on the back of them. And again, you can put one or two, however many you want. I'm just going to do one. And then I just kind of went up wherever I thought, let's do this one first. Wherever I thought I needed to kind of fill in the spot, or I wanted another one. So let's kind of do that one there. I like that one there. Okay. And then just lay those leaves back. We'll pop the sentiment up using 3 dimensionals. You know what, I stamped that on the wrong side. Let's cut another one of those. Let me grab another piece of paper. Okay guys, I just went ahead and die cut it out. You already seen me do it. You don't need to see me do that again. So let's grab that stamp again. That's what happens when you get older and your eyes, you can't even tell you're stamping on the wrong side of your die cut. Sadly to say, I can't see anything without my glasses on. I even have extra strong that I have to wear at work because for the close-up for the computer, where I'm kind of, you know, it's a desk job, but I'm still kind of far back. And then we're just going to put this at the bottom. And then I'm going to grab, these are called frosted and cleared epoxy droplets. Yes, that says droplets. And then I really wanted to use the silver, but I didn't have enough, so I went with the frosted looking ones. And we'll just add one right about there. And we'll add another one down here, if I can get it to flip over, right there. Another small one. We'll put it, let me see, right about there. Let's grab a large one and we'll put it right about there. And then another small one. Let's put it right there. Okay. So there you guys go. That is my card, and let me show you a close-up of the difference between, this is the glossy paper for the flowers, and that is just your regular Whisper White. I like the glossy better. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today, guys. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and then you can also hit the little bell icon so that way you'll be notified every time I post a video. Thanks, guys.